And so I think protecting your profit is so crucial when you start a business, and nobody tells you that because it feels safer to sell things cheaply to people who don't have very much money. But there's that old adage, which is, try to work with a $50 client and they will say, I need everything under the sun for this $50 I'm going to give you. And then go to a $50,000 client and they'll say, wire sent. And so,
so true.
In the beginning, go for the 50,000.
I think when you're starting out, a lot of times you sell out of your own wallet, to Cody's point. So it's like you have no dollars in your wallet, so you assume everyone else has no dollars in their wallets either. Yeah. And you're so afraid of getting rejection that you continue to lower the price until you hear people say yes. But just as like a benchmark for people who are starting out is that like usually you're appropriately priced when 7 out of 10 people are saying no. That's like about the appropriate price. So if you have like, if I, see a business and they're doing 80% close rates, as in like 80% of the people they talk to say yes, they usually have a double or triple in pricing just sitting there. If they're at like 60% close rates, they usually have a 1.5 to 2x price increase that's sitting there. If they're at, 40 to 50, they've got a 50% price raise in there. And if they're right at that, 30-ish, 35%, then they're usually appropriately priced. And if they're at 20, they just need to learn how to sell better. But, but fundamentally I say this because usually, in the beginning of entrepreneurship, you're so afraid of hearing no. But the reality of it is that you need to be hearing no more than you hear yes to know that you're being appropriately priced.
When you look at this little pyramid of customer segmentation, you get 1% of people who have 15% of the budget, 9% of people have 45% of the budget, 90% of people combine 40%, right? So when you actually break that down, you have one person willing to pay 15 grand, you have 9 people willing to pay 5 grand each, and you have 90 people willing to pay 445 each.